Well, hey guys, Jed here from Again Fast. I'm here with Bec Glenister, or Bec G, as we call her, or Becky. No, we don't call her Becky. I'm here with Bec G, 20th in Oceania.
Yeah.
208 in the world?
Yeah.
What? Crazy. One of our AF athletes. I just wanted to check in. How are you going? How's training? How's life?
Yeah, training's been great. Really excited. A couple of events got released today.
Yeah.
So we can really start, fine tuning some skills heading into Torian.
Yeah.
I think training this year has been a lot different. Now that I've been in the game a while, I think, it's more about quality over quantity.
Cool.
So, and I think that's showed a lot in my results this year.
Yeah.
Just working on, working really on my weaknesses, but also, realizing that, I need rest, I need nutrition, I need sleep and all that stuff as well. And I think, you don't kind of learn that stuff till you get a bit older.
Yeah.
The lead up to touring this year has been probably the best so far.
That's awesome. And best results so far.
Best results so
as
far.
well, right?
Yeah.
So that's like the balance between longevity and still competing.
Correct.
Yeah, that's really
exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
And like getting into the game, really, like I remember talking to you about this not long ago, but you don't really have a background in sport or anything. And we're talking like 20th in Oceania, top 200 in the world.
Yeah.
Like that's wild. So what even brought you to the sport?
I had leukemia when I was a kid.
Oh, wow.
So I, wasn't, didn't do any sports. I barely went to school, a primary school that is. And in high school, never really enjoyed sports. Would always make an excuse not to go to sports days and stuff. But I think, when I got older and, started figuring out what my life was going to look like, I thought I really need to look after myself. And I did boxing for ages and really enjoyed that. I opened a boxing gym. And had that for a few years, and then kind of veered off that and went into paramedicine. But all the way through, wanted to be healthy, and making sure I'd never get vulnerable again. Being so sick. So I think that's what brought me into fitness. But then CrossFit, my friend actually said, "Oh, there's a local gym, doing a free session. You want to come with me?" And I was like, "Oh, nah,
whatever.
I like boxing, you know." Anyway, I went, and I ended up loving it, and she hated it. So I ended up staying,
It was you.
and I was sold. That was about 9 years ago now. But
Wow! And then you've obviously you've got your own gym now. What a journey, really. How has training kind of how has the athlete journey, I guess, really changed and developed as you've gone through, from just being an athlete or, partaking in a gym environment, and then I know that you were coaching for a while, and then obviously gym here. How's that?
It was a long journey. I think I knew I wanted to be good at the sport, but I didn't know how to get there.
Yeah, right.
So doing classes and stuff was great, and I'd always do extras and be that girl first in, last out kind of thing. And then I kind of did a few RX comps, and I was like, oh yeah, I just didn't know how to get better, just doing classes. Anyway, met this girl I competed with. She was really lovely. Her name's Jen. And she said, "Hey, do you want some extra programming? This is my coach." Got onto him, and then it still took me another probably 3 or 4 years to get results, get into that next bracket.
Yeah.
But
because it is a big bracket.
It's huge.
There's a huge gap.
It is so competitive. And I just was patient, and I just thought if I just keep working hard and I just keep doing what I'm doing and stay really consistent, I don't have to be the best at anything, but I just have to be really consistent at everything.
Yeah. And
eventually just last year broke into that top 30 and then
I know, we celebrated.
Yes, 28th last year, 20th this year. I think the aim of the game in this sport is consistency. If you can stay really consistent and enjoy training, and competition is a bonus, I think that's where you're going to get the best results.
It's actually an incredible message. I think obviously in training, consistency, it's that messages I think is spoken about so much that people just brush it off.
Absolutely.
But even in life, consistent with anything that you want to learn or do
and be
or
patient
be good
too.
at.
You never I'm never the one to get results overnight. I've got to work harder than everyone else.
I mean, if I could honestly say one thing, it's that mindset. So obviously consistency and patience, but all grouped together as a general mindset. I think it's something that everyone in your community could definitely give you credit for is just that persisting mindset.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Very much so.
Cool. And then, so what's the plan of attack this year? Like, now that you know kind of the workouts and you're refining, how are you feeling about the end of the month?
Yeah, this year's goal at Taurine is to probably enjoy it more. Last year I was so nervous, and it was like, it's a whole new ball game just stepping into that next level with all these amazing girls and the guys as well and the teams and stuff. But I was very nervous last year and my nutrition wasn't great.
Yeah.
So I felt really burnt out by the last day.
Yeah.
And the roller coaster of emotions that is event to event, I learned a lot about how to deal with that.
Yeah.
So doing some sports psych
Cool.
was really, it's been really good. I've been practicing that in the few past comps like Down Under.
Yep.
Got a nutritionist and just I've got really specific goals, not outcome based goals, but goals I can control.
Cool.
And I think I want to put them into practice this year at Taurine and just really enjoy it. And I really enjoyed it last year. Don't get me wrong, it was amazing. But yeah, if my head can be a little bit clearer going into events and executing events, I think my performance would be better as well.
Well, I think as well, like just obviously assessing your performance and how you felt and all of those different factors at that big event like last year, like absolutely focusing on something like it's how good of you really to have focused on, all right, well, what can I improve on, or, not just performance wise, but the whole experience. So you can actually go, oh, I had fun. Like I enjoyed that weekend. Oh, that's cool. Awesome. I think I skipped over one bit, and that was just wanting to know, like, I can't even imagine really what it would be like, but to own a business, right, and like compete at the high level that you're competing at. How do you like manage your schedule and your day?
Okay, routine down to the minute.
Ready.
If I have a routine and it's slightly different every day as to what I'm coaching and stuff like that, but I have the routine is down to the minute. Wow. And if I don't have a routine, I just feel like everything gets on top of me. Yeah. And some weeks it does, don't get me wrong. But it
keeps you guided.
Yeah, it keeps me guided, and it keeps me like, okay, I've got this on today, this, and it's the same every week. Yeah. And I don't mind that, that routine that's the same every week, because I know that things will get done. Yeah. But some weeks, obviously, if there's an influx of members, like that just kind of snowballs into a bit more work, that's fine.
They need some love.
And they need some love, exactly. But, overall, it's freaking hard. I'm not going to lie. It's hard and I'm exhausted by Friday, but it is so worth it.
And that's awesome. That's awesome.
Anything.
When did you decide that, have you always just been a down to the minute routine person? Or did you was there a moment where you're like, if I don't organize my life, down to the minute, I'm gonna, because I know that for a lot of people, and especially people that might want to, follow the same path that you followed, they might be a coach and they're like, I want to be a competitive athlete. Yeah. But I also, at some stage you coach, the love for coaching becomes, I want to help more people than just the people that I'm helping right now. So that honestly seems like a natural transition, but it seems like a lot of hard work.
It's a lot of hard work,
right?
And it's a lot of learning. So when I got into the business part, I've been a coach for a long time, my 9th or 10th year now. But transitioning to a business owner is a whole new ballgame. Yeah. I think and I learnt quickly where my strengths and weaknesses are. Yeah. And I needed to, make sure I was bringing my strengths to the business, because that's what's getting people in the door and staying with me. Yeah. But also going, hey, I'm not great at this. I either A, need to learn how to do it, or B, I need to get someone to do it for me. Yeah. And I think a lot of new business owners think they can do everything, especially being just a coach and just an athlete, walking into the game of the business owner. You learn a lot very quickly, and you make a lot of mistakes. Yeah. A lot of mistakes. Yeah. And you will not get it right every time, but that's okay. Yeah. That's the process.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think just from the outside looking in, and obviously I've had a bit to do with you over the last few years anyway, but I think, obviously you have a community that loves you, so you've done a really good job there. And, you're competing at an extremely high level, so you've done well in both, and that I think that schedule down to the minute is all worthwhile when you look back. But from the AF team and myself, we just want to wish you all the best.
Thank you.
For competing.
Thank you.
The name will be there cheering you on.
Thank you.
Love it.